Alright guys, welcome back, welcome back. I am recording this one right after the other one. We're playing My Lady again, and she just woke up, so let's get back into this. Alright. I sat up, wincing at the squeeze my corset had on me. Looked around and realized that now that the stars and night sky were out, I had missed dinner. Ugh, I missed eating. What am I gonna do? As I asked myself that question, I looked to my desk, where a plate covered with a small tray cover sat. I stood and walked over, opening it to reveal a plate of food. Sophie, I will have to thank her when she returns. If it was Sophie. Could be Alexander. I ate my food, studied, and went back to bed after taking off my dress, corset, and shoes. I needed tomorrow to happen. That next morning I was dressed by Sophie and brought before Isaac. To my surprise, my mother had arranged a marriage between him and me. Crap. Alexander stood at my mother's side watching as I was proposed to by Isaac. I had to say yes. My mother's eyes forced me to say yes. At last, my mother received the marriage for me that she wanted. It's finally going to be a woman. I looked to Alexander, knowing that my romantic advances no longer would happen now that I was to be a wife. Don't get me wrong, Isaac was a good man. He just didn't give me that urgency to pursue his love. Our marriage was a business arrangement, one my mother perfected and desired. My life was full of lemons, ready for lemonade, but they are too bland to sell. Ending. The lady locks the girl in her tower. Queen takes bishop. Aha. That kind of makes sense. Let's try it again, guys. I am going to go through things a little bit quicker. So, there are going to be some things that I'm not going to repeat again because you did see it in the first half. So let's go. Let's start this again. Alright, once again, we're going to need Femme and Alexander. And let's move along. Alright. Sincerely hope you enjoy it. Sa sa sa. Alright, let's skip through this. I want to get further up to where the choices are. Alright. Yep. Sorry guys, I'm skipping through this. Let's change it up. We're going to go fine.
Don't worry like that. None of that now.
Sophie.
Fine. I'll make you some fruit sandwiches and tea.
I do enjoy that this game has voiceover. I really like that about this game. Yay, thank you.
Honestly, I spoil you.
You love me.
Yes, ma'am, I love you. I'll be right back.
Alright, so we do have some other choices. Let's get up to the choices. Alright, and I would never say something like, I'm brooding, leave me be. If somebody knocked at my door, I would never say that. So it's always going to be, who is it?
Your butler, miss. May I come in?
And of course it's Alex.
My deepest apologies for the interruption, my lady, but I have some letters addressed to you. I came as quick as I received them.
Thank you. Alright, let's start with these. We'll go with the plain letter again first. Lady exits a pumpkin carriage. Queen to bishop. I'm guessing the lady exits the pumpkin carriage. Sounds like, and the queen to bishop. Kind of sounds like they're referring to my mother exiting the pumpkin carriage. Maybe?
Oh, really?
Weird. Yeah.
Your mother?
Mother. Sorry guys, I'm going to be skipping through it. And then of course Isaac Newport. Okay, so we picked Please Kiss Me last time, and let's just say no thank you. Stood and walked around my desk, wanting some fresh air. Tell Sophie that, whoa, still end up in this. Suddenly felt myself falling. My foot slipped out from underneath me, quickly grabbed for something and tried to maintain my balance. What I didn't realize was that I grabbed Alexander and pulled him down over top of me. Ow,
My lady, are you all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. Bit my lip. This was exactly what I wanted, but this was purely an accident. Sure, he would think that was planned. You okay, Alexander? I shouldn't have grabbed you.
I am, thank you.
To my surprise, he was blushing a little bit as well. Stared in shock. Was he as embarrassed as I was? And here comes Sophie.
Ma'am, I brought you... oh my.
This isn't what it looks like. Alright.
No!
Skip past
Well,
this.
if you...
The giggling.
My pleasure.
Alright. Talk about Kay.
Oh, what's up, ma'am?
Like a riddle of some sort.
Pumpkin carriage? Like in that Cinderella...
Alright, let's move ahead. Talk about mother. And suitors.
Anything else?
And no. Alright.
Well, you could all...
Alright, so let's wear the white dress.
Ooh, lovely choice, ma'am. Are you sure about the white one?
Yes.
Let's get you cleaned up, ma'am. Then we'll get this dress on you.
And of course the process is terrible.
You look so lovely, ma'am. I'm jealous.
Thank you, Sophie. You're the best. Sophie smiled and bowed to me graciously, turned back to the mirror and stared at myself a little longer, wondering what Alexander would think of it. Wasn't sexy, but I'm still elegant and mature. And here comes Isaac Newport. Da-da-da.
Mr. Newport?
She giggled. Why did she giggle? Back for a
Mr.
second. Okay. I stepped into the lobby to see the man and Alexander conversing to one another. Sound of my footsteps, however, they stopped and looked at me. Alexander seemed surprised at my outfit. Did he like it? I looked at him and gently tilted my head in confusion. Alexander quickly shook his head and cleared his throat. Sophie stifled another giggle.
Mr. Newport, may I introduce the current lady of the house, Miss Beaumont.
As I was introduced, I climbed down the steps of the grand staircase, reached the bottom, and walked over to where the two men were awaiting me, with Sophie 2 steps behind me.
Oh, wow. Allow me to say you look absolutely stunning, Miss Beaumont.
Thank you, Mr. Newport. I presume according to my butler.
Yes, Isaac Newport. It's a pleasure to finally meet you at last.
He held out a hand, wanting me to place mine in it. Did I want to? My mother wasn't around, so I didn't necessarily have to be polite. Still, the way I was raised was simply not. Oh my God! Whoops! Oops! Thank you. Isaac stared for a second before smiling gently and pulling his hand away from me politely. Oh, might I ask why you were here?
Oh, well, I was in town and I was passing by your estate, so I decided to come by and possibly meet you. Obviously, it was a good choice.
I see. Well, I'm afraid I usually deal with scheduled meetings, so I'm not sure that I can entertain you.
Oh, no, I wasn't insinuating anything of the sort. I merely wished to stop by and meet you, that's all.
Ah, I understand. Well, since you did stop by, allow me to offer you some tea. I looked over my shoulder at Sophie, who quickly nodded and stepped forward ahead of me towards Isaac.
Would you follow me to the drawing room, please? I'll prepare some tea and bring it as soon as it's ready.
Thank you so much.
Bit my tongue. Sophie was definitely a great actress around guests. Sophie and Isaac walked away towards the drawing room, leaving Alexander and me alone. I let out a sigh.
Is something troubling you, my lady?
No, I'm just surprised is all. Alexander nodded, standing at the ready for any instruction I had. Looked in the direction of the drawing room and bit my lip. Didn't want to sit in there with him, especially if my mother was coming home today. Who knows what she would think?
My lady, if I may speak my mind.
I turned to look at Alexander. Oh, go ahead.
You look absolutely stunning in that dress.
Ooh, good choice then. I stared suddenly, turning red in the face at his compliment. He thought I looked stunning. Looked to the ground, unable to reply back. Alexander cleared his throat and stood back at attention, waiting for me to either give him orders or leave. Just my luck, however. My mother arrived. Alexander checked the door.
Yes, my lady. Your mother has returned.
Yo. Oh, yeah. Here we go. At last, my mother stepped in the lobby with Alexander, carrying her bags almost effortlessly behind her.
Ah, there you are. Punctual as expected.
My mother quickly stepped up to me and looked me up and down. Waited to see how she would respond. I wore white instead of red. Surely she would be happy.
No mistakes or loose flaps of cloth. Good.
I smiled at my mother. I did appreciate when I made her proud enough not to lecture me.
Now, can you explain to me why there's another carriage in the front?
I had to be calm. She had to understand that I was not interested in a suitor, nor did I invite him. Isaac Newport wanted to visit today, Mother. He was in town and decided to stop by.
And where is he?
In the drawing room, Mother.
I have no time for guests. I have much to do, and I won't have you entertaining guests without me.
My mother turned her head to Alexander.
Escort him out.
Yes, madam.
Alexander gently placed my mother's luggage down, away from the door, and quickly left for the drawing room.
Now, have you been keeping up with your studies?
Yes, Mother.
Have you been practicing the piano?
Yes, Mother.
Perfecting your handwriting?
Yes, Mother.
Good. Then we can discuss.
As she was about to finish her statement, Isaac and Alexander entered the lobby, walking towards the exit. Isaac stopped and bowed to my mother.
Oh, hello, Lady Beaumont. It is a pleasure to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you too, Mr. Newport. I'm afraid we have some business to attend to, so we cannot entertain you today. Feel free to stop by tomorrow.
I understand perfectly, ma'am. Please, have a good day.
Isaac bowed to my mother before smiling at me.
And a good day to you too, Miss Beaumont.
With that, he left and exited the mansion, with Alexander closing the door for him.
Mr. Newport, you say?
Yes, Mother.
He looked to be your age. Was he a suitor?
This time I'm going to say no, as lately we've been going the opposite route. No, Mother.
You're lying to me.
I winced. She knew how to look through my lies. It was unbelievable. Mother clicked her tongue in obvious disapproval. Excuse me, I can't speak English today. Before walking past me towards the drawing room. I sighed and followed suit. We entered the drawing room where Sophie was cleaning the tea Isaac was previously having.
Leave the tea. Bring new cups.
Yes, madame.
Sophie quickly left the room with a used cup Isaac had, leaving me and my mother alone. Mother sat down, waited for me to sit across from her in the empty seat. Quickly obeyed her silent command to do so, looking to her and sitting up as properly as I could.
How old are you now?
17, Mother.
17 and still unmarried. What am I to do with you?
Bit my tongue. I knew better than to speak back to my mother when she talked like that. She'd been hoping one day I would marry. I was becoming futile.
Anyways, I will be staying here for a couple of days to deal with some in-town business. I expect you to entertain Mr. Newport properly should he return. This goes for any suitor, understand?
Yes, Mother.
The dinner schedules will be upheld as I am here. If you are not at dinner during the scheduled time, you will not eat. Understand?
Yes, Mother.
Good.
She was strict, but for a good reason. Alright, she wanted me to be perfect. Alright, back up in the room. Let's get it.
You keep...
Same thing. Redwood. Another riddle.
A riddle? The glass... Ooh, ooh!
Alright, guess I'll wait for another one.
Ma'am...
Shh.
Okay.
Alright, wake up. Around. Okay. Food. I smiled and was about to sit to eat, but something in the window caught my eye. So now we got to something different. Walked over and peered out the window to see Alexander walking around the house away from my window. Alexander? It was odd for him to be outside this late, let alone at all. He never really went outside unless someone needed to be escorted in. Why was he outside now? Quickly rushed to my dresser. Before I touched the knob, I stopped and stared at my hand. Is this a good idea? Sneaking out late at night to see what my butler was doing. Let me do one thing first. I'm going to save. I bit my lip, remembering the note I had received before I fell asleep. The girl puts on the red hood. Was this what the note was talking about? No, It was silly to believe, but it was almost frightening how accurate it was to the situation I was about to go into. Now I was unsure. Should I follow? Let's do it. I nodded to myself. I want to know. I took the knob and opened the dresser, taking out my night shawl and covering my shoulders with it. Closed the door and quickly snuck out of my room. It was quiet in the house, which both irked me and made me feel relieved. As long as I remained quiet, I'd not be found. Quickly tiptoed my way to the front, opened the door, and snuck out towards the direction Alexander was heading. The gravel underneath my shoes cracked and shuffled, making me wince with each step. I didn't want him to find out that I was following him and watching. Well, I didn't succeed.
My lady?
I froze, staring at the corner I was about to turn. How did he know it was me?
I know it's you. Come on out.
I peeked around the corner to see him carrying a lantern and staring in my direction. How did you know it was me?
I can recognize your perfume and powder, my lady.
Right. There's no use in sneaking. I quickly walked over to him and looked up at his dimly lit face, unsure of what to say now that I was caught.
What are you doing out here?
Well, I woke up a bit ago and saw you wandering around outside my window.
I see.
I didn't know if he was going to send me back inside or lecture me. I felt a little uneasy. My nerves were calmed, however, at his smile.
You are so silly.
His hand gently placed itself on my head, running along my hair. I felt myself blush in embarrassment. I looked at my feet in response. As Alexander laughed, I gritted my teeth.
Why do I have to adore you?
That statement made me stop pressing my teeth together. I looked up in surprise at him. What?
It's the truth, my lady. I truly adore you. I sometimes wish I was born a noble so that I could woo you.
The blush on my face intensified. He liked me back. It was too good to be true. Fortunately, it really was too good.
Sadly, I am just your butler.
My heart deflated into a heavy weight in my chest. He wasn't going to fight for me. This felt wrong. More choices. Be my lover then, or sadly. Let's try be my lover then. Alexander stared at me wide-eyed, trying to comprehend what I had just exclaimed.
What did you say?
Be my lover, Alexander. If you can't be my husband, be the man I hold for the rest of my life. Couldn't believe what was coming out of my mouth. Neither did Alexander.
But... I mean, my lady,
Shh. Just call me Femme. I felt assertive as I gently leaned up and cupped Alexander's face in my hands. It was now or never. Leaned in and gently placed a tender kiss on Alexander's lips, feeling sparks go off in my chest. To my surprise, Alexander wrapped his arms around me and held me in the kiss, making my heart lift up again. He loved me. He really did love me. As we pulled away, Alexander stared deep into my eyes and held me tightly.
I will happily be both your servant and your lover, if you will have me as such.
I felt myself not in elation. I felt myself not in elation? I don't know how that makes sense. Finally, my love could be realized. Next morning, I was dressed and presented to Isaac. To my surprise, my mother had arranged a marriage between him and me. Isaac, in private, made it clear that he didn't wish to intrude on my life, and should I want lovers, I was allowed to have them. Woohoo! By not giving him my hand, that helped. I told him of Alexander, and Isaac smiled, happy to know that I was happy, and that he'd have a reliable butler in his family now. I was happy that I could be with Alexander without having to ruin Isaac's or my mother's lives. It worked out well in the end. I was able to get oranges and lemons. And the girl chooses the prince and the pauper. Stalemate. I wonder if there is an ending where you just get him. I don't know for sure if there is, because you're going up against your mother, who's going to, basically, whether you want to or not, gonna put you in that position where you're gonna have to anyways. So that does make me question if there is a possibility of getting, I don't know. Because, I mean, Alexander's a butler. How could you get any further than that, though? There probably is more endings. But we did get a really good ending with that choice. So I'm going to stick with that. If you want to play it yourself, definitely go ahead. Like I said, it's 99 cents, and I believe it is on Steam, because there was some Steam achievements on this, because that last one, it did give me an achievement. Like I said, I don't know how many endings there are. So far I've gotten 2. I think there's probably more. But those are the ones I've gotten. And it's actually pretty good. Like I said, it's by the same person who's basically made the story of Seduce Me. And then there's a second Seduce Me. So there's Seduce Me and there's Seduce Me 2. Those ones also have multiple endings, because with Seduce Me and Seduce Me 2, you have more than one suitor. In this case, you're not trying to just get your butler. In this one, you have, I believe, Seduce Me has 5, if I remember correctly, or just 6 male choices. But then you also have other choices if you don't want to go with those guys. But thank you guys for being here. I will see you guys on the next one, and maybe I will play some more Seduce Me or whatever I feel like at the moment. I do enjoy these types of games, but I'm still going to be doing a lot of different games, because that's how I am, because variety. But I will see you guys next time. If you have any suggestions for me on what games I should play, leave a comment below. I will definitely take a look at that and play it. I will see you guys later. Thank you for being here. Adios.